Oh my god, I cannot believe this is happening. I cannot believe that this is happening. I've been so wrong this year. I have to admit this straight up. I thought that this was going to be one of the best single player first person shooting experiences in a long time. I thought that this was going to be one of the best years for single player first person shooters in a long time. And I mean, just this is as good as it gets. Like I don't, and then on top of that, like something that's just been really bothering me was how wrong I've been not only about Rage 2, but also Metro Exodus, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Days Gone. And it's like I've been so horribly wrong this year. I apologize to you as a viewer about how wrong I've been. I mean, it's just like the games that I've predicted to be like game of the year contenders, I've been completely just like wrong about. And I apologize for it. But, you know, I did some work today. I made sure everything was done. I had bought Rage 2 this morning, and it's almost 10 o'clock now. I've been playing the game for almost 2 hours. And, I mean, I got past the first opening section, and then it just, like, it's just not been as good of an experience as I wanted it to be. And make no mistake, I'm not going into this game and thinking this is going to be a great narrative masterpiece. Not in the slightest. But I mean, there are some really weird issues with the shooting that like lead me to believe like either it's going to be patched later on, or it's just in the game. And it's like similar shooting issues that I found in like Metro Exodus. And it's just like, I don't get what's going on this year. Like I think last year I was looking at a lot of the games. Like I was like, okay, so God of War is going to be out. That's going to be a game of the year contender. Insomniac's Spider-Man, I was excited about that game. I was a little bit disappointed with certain aspects of it, but even then it didn't disappoint me overall. And then obviously you had Red Dead Redemption 2 being released. None of those games were disappointments, and I was like, these are probably going to be the game of the years. Or these are going to be your best contenders for game of the year. And I was absolutely right about that. And it's like this year, I was like, Metro Exodus. Not even close. Days Gone, not even close. Rage 2, not even close. Kingdom Hearts 3, we're not going to discuss Kingdom Hearts 3. And, I mean, it's not polished. It's not polished as a game that, as a AAA developed game, it's not polished. How has Avalanche Studios and id Software worked on this game for years upon? It's not a polished game. There are bugs and glitches that I've been experiencing for the past hour and a half almost. And they're noticeable. Like my HUD disappears for no reason whatsoever. There's horrific interactions with certain objects, like the Feltrite crates. There's times where I try and interact with them and I can't interact with them, and then I move back and then I micro back and I try and interact with them again, and it's just I can't interact with them sometimes. And then the shooting is just weird, and it's inconsistent at all levels, and it's like, this is an id Software game. How is the shooting inconsistent? It's not great. It's just it's great sometimes, it's bad other times, it's inconsistent. There was this part where the aim assist just like flung my whole perspective just around the screen, and I was just like, that makes absolutely no sense why that just happened. And then worst yet was the car driving. I was like, the car driving, it's not going in my video game analysis of Rage 2. I was like, the car driving, it's not going to be something that, you know, you buy the game for. I can assure you that it's not something that you buy the game for now. It's terrible. And the worst thing is, Avalanche Studios worked on this game in conjunction with id Software. And it's like they both got to go back in the studio, go back in the lab, go back and look at what is going on with this game. Hold on. Let me look at the day one patch. Let me look at the day one patch really quickly. Hold on. Okay, so the day one patch for Rage 2 was 14 gigabytes. Okay? To put that in perspective, the day one patch for Red Dead Redemption 2 was 2 gigabytes. Usually if you have a patch of that size, it is bugs within your game, and there is still a lot of bugs in that game. And it's just like, I'm so disappointed right now because I love Rage. I'm such a huge Rage fan. I cannot express how big of a Rage fan I am. And it's just like, it's on top of me just missing out, I was wrong about Kingdom Hearts 3 and Metro Exodus and Days Gone, and now I'm wrong about Rage 2. I was so wrong about this year and the experiences and all the game. Like, there is not a lot of clear-cut great games that have been released this year. It's just that simple. And I'm so annoyed with how bad Rage has been. I shouldn't say bad because I've had some enjoyment, but it's just like, it's just not as polished. The shooting is inconsistent. The driving is terrible. I've actually liked the story, but I mean, am I going to put in 20 hours in this game? I'm starting to feel kind of tired of the game, and I'm an hour and a half in. I've been working on a video for The Witcher 3, and I feel really, really tempted to just drop what I've been doing with Rage 2 and just continue making that video that I was going to release in the next couple of weeks and continue to work on The Witcher 3. That's how bad it is for Rage 2. Like, I don't even want to play the frickin' game anymore after an hour and a half just because of how disgusted I am right now with the state of Rage 2. And that's pretty sad considering how big of a fan I am of this series and how big of a fan I am of id Software. But, you know, I cannot recommend this game. I'm sorry. I'm still in love with Rage, but I cannot recommend this game. I'm going to have a more in-depth video later on, but my computer's in the shop. I'm operating off of a different computer, but once I get my computer out of the shop, I'll try and work on Rage 2 on a video detailing some more issues. But I mean, I'm sorry that I haven't been right this year. It's just been a horrible year for me, but it is what it is.